Welcome to the News OK Studios. I'm Jack Money. I'm a business writer with the Oklahoman here in Oklahoma City. I don't know if you caught it or not, but recently we did a story for the business cover about OK Runner, which is opening its third Metro OKC location. And this one's going on, the historic Automobile Alley in downtown Oklahoma City. With me today to kind of discuss the opening of the store and some of the things that are planned in connection with it is Mark Bravo. And Mark's a pretty interesting guy. He's been a runner for a long time, and he has some unique connections to the community. So welcome, Mark.
Thanks a lot, Jack.
I appreciate you joining me here today.
Oh, my pleasure.
You were telling me before, the Bravo family, they've been around a while when it comes to Oklahoma City's history.
Indeed. We actually had a family business downtown for 88 years. The first 58, about a block from here, Broadway in California, a pawn shop, the first pawn shop in the state. My grandfather opened. In 1969, Urban Renewal moved us, necessitated a move away from Broadway in California to 6th and North Broadway. That was the choice my parents made, 708 North Broadway. And that happens to be what was chosen, the spot, by OK Runner for store number 3. Myself and the owners, Gus and Tim Thompson, came to that spot's conclusion. So it, in a number of ways, is a really meaningful move coming aboard with OK Runner here in Oklahoma City downtown.
Okay. So how did you get into running?
I always was active sports-wise, and even with my great physical stature, basketball was my chosen sport. And when that became difficulty getting 8-10 guys together after college, I had always run a lot. So a gentleman at the YMCA, a lot older than myself, right there, formerly the Y on 5th and Robinson, said, "You seem to have an affinity. You ought to try 4 or 5 miles." And I thought, why would I waste that much time instead of running 15 minutes and staying on the basketball court? But something made me try it, and I've thanked him a number of times because it became a career of running. Number of marathons, a lot of road races, and the camaraderie that came when I first began running in road races is probably why I continued and never dreamed that it would be a vocation. I've been a running coach for 15 years, and just the last few months came aboard OK Runner to head up business development and OK Runner OKC there on 6th and Broadway, and so it's a great evolution for me. I'm thrilled.
Good. So how long have you known the Thompsons?
I've known the Thompsons 25 of those years. Tim and Craig, brothers, and Gus, the ownership, Gus the father. Tim and Craig began in the running business, working at a local running store, no longer here, and then opened their first store, our flagship store, in 1995, which is still Brookhaven Village in Norman. And then 11 years later, 2006, opened in Edmond, and now 11 years later, they thought it was time for number 3 and wanted it to be kind of a conduit to those 2 stores in the middle. So we're in downtown Oklahoma City.
So you had a soft opening of your Oklahoma City store last week, is that right?
Yes, indeed, last Friday.
And how did it go?
It went great. I needed to miss day 1 to officiate at another marathon, but came back for Saturday. A lot of fun, and we're rolling now. We are daily getting closer to really ready for prime time, and we expect to be 90% there by a big event we're having June 7th.
Okay, and that event it's National Running Day, right?
It is. That's a national day that's designated. And it's an OK Runner tradition in Norman to have a run, a social run, walk, a cookout, everything free. Local brewery coming aboard, and experts from the industry will be there showing showing their wares and answering any questions. I'll be glad, we will be glad to give any diligence we have and that our customers and newcomers to the store would like on the sport. We're really in downtown Oklahoma City also going to be a big proponent of just the active life. As we say, regular athletes welcome, ordinary athletes welcome. So whether you're an elite runner, we of course had many winners of the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon over the last month, but we like to see every aspect of ability level. You see how those folks flourish doing things they maybe never dreamed of doing. We'll have training groups coming out and daily lunchtime runs. I'll do a little yoga at lunch. You could pop in, not even change clothes, just de-stress. But to your question about National Running Day, June 7th, that event will start about 6:15 p.m. and we'll start with a neighborhood run through these great neighborhoods and then come back to the store and enjoy a few niceties we have to offer and maybe give people a chance to preview the store for the first time.
That sounds great. And then you also have another special event coming up in June too, right?
We do. We expect we will host a number of road races. Some we create and others we partner with. And the great folks at MTM Recognition, a big company here in Oklahoma City, have had the Run for Recognition now for about a dozen years. All proceeds going to Special Olympics. They've always done it that way, Special Olympics Oklahoma. And Run for Recognition will have a new home. Instead of the campus of MTM Recognition, it's coming to OK Runner OKC on Saturday, June 17th. And we welcome everyone to come out. They can learn more about it online at the race site, on our website, or come that night and we'll have a few surprises connecting to that race, which will be 10 days later.
Okay, well that sounds really good. If you want to check out the story about OK Runner and the opening of the store there on Automobile Alley, you can find it on News OK. And Mark, I want to thank you for giving us the time today to visit a little bit more about your opening plans.
Glad to and appreciate it a lot, Jack.
Okay.